Today what I'd like to do is to show you how you can do a crystal healing treatment on yourself. So what you're going to need for to do a crystal healing treatment on yourself is a female crystal, which is an opaque crystal, tends to be a quartz crystal, it tends to be receptive. At the feet and at your head, a clear quartz crystal, which is electromagnetically well balanced and proportioned to that female crystal at the feet, and a couple of smaller crystals, one male, one female, and a selection of healing stones to place on the chakras. Let's hop up on the table. So this is something that you can do on yourself. You can do it every day if you want to. It certainly will help you to build your light quotient, help you to balance your energies, but more than anything, it's going to help to bring up, it's going to help to trigger stuff for you to come into play so that you can transmute it, which assists you to ground and express more spirit here in form. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So just relax. So if you're going to do this treatment for yourself at home, put on some healing music, something that you find calming and relaxing. You want the female quartz crystal between the feet, at about with its point about at the level of the heels, and you want the male crystal at the head, lined up with the crown chakra, with your palms up, with the masculine crystal in the right hand. Just hang on to that for me. And the female crystal on the other side. Now, Deb, what I want you to do is to feel yourself, your etheric body, the energetic blueprint of your physical body, connecting with the healing crystals, connecting with all of the crystalline structures within the earth. Align and center. The aligning and centering process is covered elsewhere. And then say the I am to yourself. I am all that I am. I want you to imagine, feel energy flowing up out of the planet, coming up and around the region of the feet, flowing up the right side of the body, around the head area, then down the left hand side of the body, back down into the planet, coming back up, cycling round. And as you feel and acknowledge that energy flowing around, it might take 30 seconds, it might take a couple of minutes, you'll just start to feel the energy field moving around, the energy flowing through you. You want to then invoke, you'll call forth all of the spirits, forces, energies of healing at your command, to co-create with you, to bring about awareness of that which needs to be brought into consciousness, which is less than love, so that you can transmute it, and also to allow the energies to work with you, to balance, to integrate new knowing, and to assist you to raise your vibration, clarify and purify the vibration of your physical, emotional and mental body, to allow your humanness to be the best vessel and expression of the spirit that you truly are, that you can possibly be. Now, you can enhance this process by placing some healing stones on or around the body. That can largely be done intuitively. So we're going to place some blue tiger eye in the region of the throat chakra. And tiger eye holds this wonderful harmonic of courage. And blue tiger eye has, when you works with the throat, particularly helps you to speak out when it's about love and to shut up when it's not. So that's a wonderful thing to integrate there. And ordinary brown striated tiger eye, it's great for courage around survival issues, to help with abundance. So we're going to put that down between the legs. Some malachite, which is a great heart stone. Some chrysoprase, which is wonderful, probably the most potent stone for helping to activate the third eye. And we're going to put some got a little natural citrine crystal here, which we're going to point up towards from the sacral area, and some lapis, which we'll place. Lapis can really be used on any of the chakras. It's good for fortifying, good for strengthening. But one of the things that lapis does in the region of the solar plexus is it helps to balance the will, the lower will, which expresses through the endocrine component of the pancreas, with the heart. It helps to subdue anxiety and survival issues and so forth, which are felt in the region of the solar plexus. It helps to integrate that with the heart. And some green fluorite, which we're also going to place in the region of the throat. Ideally, it's good to, as you bear in mind, this is normally a treatment that you would do just with yourself, to just feel intuitively what healing stones to put in the region of which chakras. How's that feeling for you, Deb?
I'm getting a bit of a headache.
You're getting a bit of a headache. Well, try to feel any tension and anxiety that you may have in the head area. Feel that dissipating, and make sure you keep focusing on the energy moving up the right hand side and down the left hand side. Up the right hand side and down the left hand side. So this is how you would do a treatment on yourself. And up to that stage, it's very similar to if you're going to actually do a crystal treatment on someone else. Now, the first thing that you want to do when you do a treatment on someone else is use your male wand, which you're going to send love to. And this will activate it for healing. And you want to project a feeling of whatever you want to use it for, as far as a co-creation, an interaction with the person that you're going to be working with. And I want to use this wand to help to balance the spiritual connections between the physical, the emotional and the mental body. And I want this wand to indicate to me where there are areas of disharmony within particularly the etheric body and the emotional body. And what that really is an indicator of is where the denial and avoidance is, where the person is not really allowing that which is coming up to be unbecome, to be cleared, where the person has a certain amount of resistance. So what we're actually doing is looking for electromagnetic resistance and shifting that, which gets that energy which is being denied and avoided to start moving back through the chakras so that it can be processed, so that you can have those aha experiences and those growth experiences which come from ending that process of denial and avoidance. So I always like to start by connecting to the person's field through the feet. You know, set your intention. It's all about sharing unconditional love and above. You're going to be the healing vessel, the healing channel. And your intention is very clear to assist the person that you're working with to, at the end of the session, to have an experience which allows them to grow as a spirit in human form. So we're going to place the crystal in the right hand because we're going to be working with balancing and clearing energies. We're going to be sensing through the left hand. So what we'll do, we'll start with the left hand in the region of the brow chakra and just start the crystal moving in a clockwise direction around the region of the head. And what you tend to feel in your left hand is either hot or cold. So wherever the crystal is moving, if the energy there is balanced, you'll feel a cool sensation in your left hand. If the energy is, there's a disharmony there, you'll feel heat. So what you want to do, wherever you're working with the crystal, you're projecting love and light from the heart center and the violet flame down the arm, out through the crystal. And you want to keep moving the crystal around in that clockwise direction intuitively until you either get a clear sense that the energy in that area is balanced, or you get that cool feeling in your left hand. Everyone's different, and when you start working, we'll work out how you're having that sensing happening, working for you. That's feeling. When I was first starting to move the crystal, it felt almost like I was, not as thick as stirring honey, but that sort of feeling like I was stirring something that was a bit stuck. Now it's feeling really clear. So we go down a little bit in the region of the throat chakra. You find the crystal will just want to stop in particular areas and work for a time. And as soon as you start to feel cool or that it feels balanced, you'll find the crystal in your right hand will want to start moving on. I like to get a clear sense of that cool energy, that balance energy around from the heart centre up, And then I like to come down and start with the region of the right foot. There's a chakra in the ankle, just at the level of the heel. Put your hand in that area, start working in the bottom of the feet. Start moving up the body. The left hand sensing in the region of the knee. Looking at getting that balanced feeling up the whole leg. It's not about thinking, it's very much about intuition, sensing. You find your left hand will go to different chakra points, minor chakra, minor major chakra points in the body. Ideally, what I'd like to see everyone doing, with whatever modality you're practicing, most of you are doing mentoring and coaching, this sort of treatment in conjunction with counselling or mentoring and coaching can produce profound shifts in people, very, very short periods of time. Ideally, you'd do a 20-minute crystal healing treatment, then a 20-minute Cosmosis mentoring session, and then finish with 20 minutes again on the table. You may start to feel tension or pain in your body, and that's not stuff that's going on for you. You're empathically then sensing what's going on in the person's body. So if you feel a pain in your shoulder, you need to work on the shoulder. You feel tension in your back, you need to work on that particular area of the back. You always finish with a figure 8 centered around the region of the navel. And you get a female wand in the left hand. Same thing, send love to it, activate it, set the intention of what you want to use it for. And the female ones are good for drawing out etheric mucus, for detoxing the electromagnetic field, let's say, transmuting energy and drawing stuck energy out of the field. We'll start with the right hand this time, the region of the foot, and in an anti-clockwise motion we're going to go around the body. May feel the need to stop somewhere for a few minutes and work. And if there's stuff repressed in the physical or the emotional body, you'll actually get a very, very clear sense of what the issue is. And so you can make a mental note of that, and then you can perhaps address that in the counselling or the mentoring session afterwards. So Deb said she had some tension, some stress in the head area. And we'll work around the head area to balance and to calm the head area. Just feeling to add some hematite for grounding. Underneath the table I actually have a masculine and a feminine crystal and a rose quartz as well to help with the grounding and to keep the connection with the earth strong. And I have some deep violet fluorite here, which I'm going to replace the chrysoprase now with the fluorite. You place the right hand in the region of the base chakra and move your left hand up through the chakra column. In the region of the chakras, if everything's balanced, it should feel just slightly, ever so subtly cool as you're moving your hand up and down through the chakra. If there's the etheric body, typically most people stands out, if they've done a bit of work on themselves, stands out about 4 centimetres. The emotional body sort of normally around that 150. I can actually feel the lower emotional body is, the interface is there in that chakra. The lower mental body's extended out to about here. And there's the higher emotional body, extending out to about there. Higher mental body is out about this far. As I go right through there, I can feel the energy change from that lower emotional into the interaction between the lower mental and the lower emotional into the higher emotional, higher mental. And all those interfaces feel quite clear. Now, as you're going through a chakra, sometimes you'll go, oh, and you'll get stuck and you won't be able to move your hand. You need to work on that area. And you get a clear sense then that the interface between the various bodies is clear, the blockage is cleared. You go to the heart centre. Throat centre. So a little fluorite wand here, and just going to work on work on each centre to just clear a little bit of etheric mucus in some of the chakras, a little bit of detoxing, balancing in the C centres. Go back to that male wand, and we're just going to do a final bounce. And bear in mind that Deb, this is Deb. Deb is a spiritual practitioner in her own right. She's a fully qualified financial counsellor. She's done a lot of work on herself over a long period of time. So her field was actually pretty balanced to start with. We're just going to go through and help to encourage the changes, to the shift in the field, to produce realisation and revelation after the treatment. So in a woman, the crown chakra spins anti-clockwise, and in a man the crown chakra spins clockwise, unless you're gay, of course, in which case it will spin as though you are the opposite sex. Unless the gayness comes from trauma at a young age. Whenever your first sexual imprinting occurs, if it happens before 7 years old, and someone very forcibly imprints onto you in a sexual way, that affects your sexuality the rest of your life. A lot of people who think they're gay, when I check their crown chakra or the direction their chakras are going in, they're obviously not. They've actually been traumatised into that at a young age because of that initial sexual imprinting, but that's a whole other experience. I won't sort of go into that. So in the woman, the crown chakra anti-clockwise, and you can actually feel that. We're going to project the violet flame just gently around the crown chakra. The brow chakra then spins clockwise, the throat anti-clockwise, the heart clockwise, solar plexus anti-clockwise, the sacral clockwise, and the base anti-clockwise. And that's the opposite if it's a male body. So don't go stirring chakras the wrong way. It's different if you want to use a female wand and you're actually looking at drawing out toxins, electromagnetic toxins. That's a different thing. But if you're actually working with balancing or regulating the chakras, always make sure that you spin the crystal the right way for the chakra. How's that feeling, Deb?
Good, thanks.
You feeling good?
Yep.
How do you feel different?
I just feel a bit lighter, and just lighter and more balanced.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Great. Great. Okay. So that's something that you can, unless you can be in two places at once, you can't go around and do the crystal healing bit. But the actual setting yourself up to do the healing on yourself and working with the energies that I was working with here will be here whether or not you have someone working on you or not. You want to do that treatment on yourself at least once a week, help to build your light quotient, and also helps to keep the process percolating along, so whatever issues that you're working on clearing, stuff that's coming up, it will really assist you to do that fairly gracefully and keep the process working as rapidly and as efficiently as possible. How do you feel? You can get up?
Okay, thanks.
So you always want to clear, when you've worked with someone, clear any crystals that have been on their body or that have touched before you work with someone else. And you can do that with, in the book I talk about using sea salt and apple cider vinegar, but you can just do it like that as well.